Hello and welcome to third video of this series of Excel basic lessons. This is Ali and welcome to my YouTube channel Think Excel. In the last video we have discussed about the SUMIF function, that is sum with single condition with its different uses. In this video we will take our last video up further ahead and we will be discussing about SUMIFS function, that is sum with multiple conditions. Please like this video, subscribe to my channel and leave your comments if you have any question or suggestion. Let's start today's video. So here is our sample data. We'll take our example that if we need to get the sum of the number in column G, which represents the total, but which are meeting certain criteria. Actually, two criteria we have. First, the region should be East, and the second one is the number of units should be greater than 25. Since we have two conditions, we cannot use SUMIF function. Instead, we will use SUMIFS function. Before going ahead further, I would like to take some time to describe the narration of our SUMIFS function. So when we type SUMIFS function, it looks something like this. Now sum range is the range in which we need to add the numbers, in which we need to get the sum of numbers. Criteria range 1 is the range in which we need to check our first criteria, and criteria 1 is what is the criteria we will be checking in criteria range 1, and this goes ahead as criteria range 2, then criteria 2, and so on. So here our sum range is column G, which represents total. And what is our criteria range 1? Criteria range 1 will be region. We'll press comma. What is our criteria? Our criteria should be East. And then what is our criteria range 2? It is units, number of units that should be greater than 25. You close this formula and press enter. Now it has given us a value of 5,426. So this is the sum of our column G total, which are meeting two criteria. One is East and the second one is number of units should be greater than 25. Now we can make this formula dynamic. For dynamic, we need to have certain changes in this formula. First, we'll type again SUMIFS function. Our sum range is same, which is G, comma criteria range 1 is region, and then our first criteria is East. We have selected the cell itself. We have given it a self-reference to make it dynamic. So if we change the region in this cell, it will calculate the values accordingly, and we do not need to change the formula each and every time. Now our second criteria range will come, which is number of units, comma, it should be greater than. Since we are giving a cell reference, so we need to combine two things. One is our operator and the second one is the cell reference. So we have press enter and, which will combine two things, and then we have given a cell reference. We'll close this formula and we'll press enter. See, it has given us the same value. So it means that our formula is working as it was working before. Now we will check if our formula is working if we change the condition. We'll change the region as central and the number of units should be more than 50. See, it calculated accordingly. Now we will take our second example in which we will have two conditions, which is region and the second one is unit cost. Now unit cost we will take as an example that it should be greater than equal to 20. Now we'll type our formula again. In the region, we will take this time as a region West. We'll type our formula sum if s. Our sum range is total, then comma, criteria range 1 is region. Our first criteria is we will check for West, and then our criteria range 2 is unit cost, and it should be greater than equal to 20. We'll close our formula. So it has given a total of 825. Now we'll repeat the same thing as we did before. We'll give our cell reference instead of changing the formula again and again. We'll change this to 20 as we will be giving the operator in the formula itself. Delete this. Now we will type the formula again as sum if s. Then our sum range is column G. Our sum criteria range is column B, which is region, and we will select our cell, which is J10. We press comma, and our criteria range 2 is unit cost. Again, we will be doing two things since we need to combine our operator and our condition. So what we will do, we'll first enter greater than equal to, and then and we'll select the cell. We have closed this formula and it has given us the same result as previous. Now we will change the unit cost to, let's say, 2. So it has given us the total sum. Now I have used here two operators. One is greater than and the second one is greater than equal to. Here you can use other criteria as well, other operators as well, less than, equal to as well. Here's one thing I would like to mention, that if you want to check two different criteria in the same range using SUMIF formula, it will not be possible, and if it will be giving us the result 0 all the time. Now there is one thing to remember, that if we need to check two conditions or more than one conditions in the same range, the SUMIFS formula would not work, as we have discussed in this example. The formula would be slightly changed, and why it will change we'll discuss in our upcoming videos. So stay tuned, subscribe to my channel and press the notification icon, so once I upload that video you will be notified and you can have a look at it. Hope you enjoyed the video. See you next time.